Hello,
Hello.
I'm Kate Butch.
And I'm Caitlin Powell.
And this is Queers Gone By, the show where we talk about nostalgic film, TV, and snacks, and try to work out if that's what made us queer.
And today... It's a very special episode. It's been much requested.
Much requested, mainly by me.
Yeah, I have not
can we do
seen it. Casa Pries.
I cannot believe... No, this is what, like, a few of them that we've done... Okay, like the Tweenies Christmas special, Brambly fucking Hedge, they're a bit niche.
And yet you still don't believe I haven't seen them.
This is like standard fare.
Yeah, I'm aware.
For someone our age.
I had other things on. I had meetings.
It is, of course, the iconic CITV televisual program Juggle Run
Hey.
from 2005.
Yes.
Featuring nostalgic snack Michael Underwood.
Is that who he is? Should
He's
I know
so
him?
fit.
Has he been in anything else?
He's done a lot of like kids TV.
Okay. He looked kind of familiar.
He's really fit.
He's got it. Wait, okay, I've got a question for you.
What?
Raven or What's It Underwood?
Michael Underwood. Oh.
Different vibes. Very different vibes.
Michael Underwood would listen to my problems. I'm
too
really
much,
struggling
right?
with this. Yeah. But then Raven would be like, get the fuck over it, you piece of shit. You whiny bitch.
The duality of your desires.
I think sometimes I need that. Can I have both of them? Can I just have
I can do the latter for you. Hang on, how about you have a nice relationship and I'll just be a cunt? How about that? Give and take. That's friendship.
I want that. We're halfway there.
Just in the relationship. How dare you? I explained all of Animal Crossing to you when you were getting very upset at a ghost.
I've just got Animal Crossing, so look through my Twitter for my friend code, because I don't fucking know it off by heart.
It would be odd if you did.
I don't even know my credit card number off, but I say credit, it's a debit card. I don't even know my debit number off by heart.
Who has a credit card?
I know the 3 numbers on the back, and I think I might know the expiry, but that's 16 digits.
You know the PIN number, right?
Well, I know the PIN because the N in PIN stands for number. So... I know about acronyms. Also, we should, I don't know, come clean? I don't know, because there's red flecks in mine.
What have you done?
Well, no, because last week we said, hope everything's fine with the US election. And the day that we're recording this on, we are still unsure.
But it's looking up.
Touch wood. Touch all the wood. Touch this wood.
Touch all of this
wood. Hopefully by the time this comes out, it'll all be sorted.
Some
and everyone will know
surprise states
and be
are
happy.
looking blue. So that's promising. I think he's winning. Unless something mad happens, he's won. It's just what majority he has, because that will affect what he can do in the next 4 years.
Yeah.
And it'll really piss me off if he wins, does fuck all, because the Republicans don't let him, and then everyone's like, oh, he didn't get much done. Yes, because you have a stupid system.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they can change it in 2 years if if the Senate or Congress or whatever, I don't fucking understand it.
They've got the House of Reps and the Senate.
And there's another one in there. Congress.
Yeah.
There's 3.
Yeah.
Hair, body, face.
And then they've got the Supreme Court, which is supposed to be part of the checks and balances. But it's fucking not, is it?
So yeah, just hope that that's all cleared up.
Yes.
By the time this comes out. Because if it's not, I will have had about an hour's sleep in the past week.
Oh, yeah, we are drinking tonight, listeners, because we deserve it after the week that's happened. It feels like 18 years.
It's been 84 years.
Yeah. What's that from?
Titanic.
Ah, I've never seen it.
But I thought the old lady threw it into the ocean at the end. Well, I went down and got it for you. Oh, You shouldn't have. Oops, I did it again. Etc. So it's Jungle Run.
Yes.
I chose this episode. This is the episode with the team, the Cackling Hyenas, which I thought was going to be a barrel of laughs. Turns out, no.
I saw Cackling Hyenas and I was like, oh, the pod, right? That's the pod. It's us. I wasn't wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I just proved that fucking point. So we've got Sam. They all, slide down a hill.
Hang on. I have many things to say before we start.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
So, obviously, I'd never seen this before. And immediately, I was so put off by how many, outdoorsy kids are in the intro. The
Looking
type
into
who
the middle
can,
distance.
swing on a rope without falling off. You can do that, can you? Oh, good for you.
Well, thank God they kept them in the intro alone, because swinging on a rope is not the Cackling Hyenas' forte.
No. Yeah.
It's a shame, because they're forced to do it about 30 times.
Yes. Which, fair enough, because if anyone ever tells me to swing on a rope up... Oh, wow, that sounds really horrible. But if anyone's ever cross this river by dangling, I'll just cry. I shan't be doing it.
How often does that happen to you in your everyday life?
It doesn't, but I have lots of memories of being a heavier child and clinging to a rope and scraping my body along the floor. Don't laugh!
Have you ever been to a Go Ape?
My best friend in school had a birthday party there, and I pretended to be ill.
Oh.
Because I did not want to physically exert myself in front of others.
When we can all go and do things again, we're going to do a Go Ape.
No,
we're going to film it for the Patreon.
We are not.
We're going to have the time of our lives. I mean, I'm not a fucking sporty bitch at all.
We'll be hanging in the death.
But if there's a fucking zip wire at the end, I'm all for it.
I'm not a fan of zip wires either.
Oh, I fucking love a zip wire. I love going for.
High.
I love something that's this is either going to end in death or enjoyment.
Okay.
That's how I have sex. No.
God.
Right. Yeah. So there's lots of outdoorsy kids in the intro.
Yeah.
Is that your soapbox for that bit?
I just hate it. You can swing on a rope. Is that going to help you when you go into market research? Fuck off.
Well, I mean, speaking of, if anybody's listening and they know a Jungle Run kid...
Oh my god, yeah.
...that hasn't been trapped in the belly of the Jungle King, let us fucking know.
I think our results for Raven were 2 people said they knew a Raven kid, but I didn't know them, so I didn't message them because I was scared. So,
Well, we had on our kind of newish, very slow to be updated YouTube channel, where we just put all the episodes on.
Yeah.
Someone commented a lot on our Raven episode, telling us where we went wrong in our analysis. And I really hope they do the same for this. And we were actually right in quite a lot of things.
Yeah. So, basically, it's this, Cam being a lesbian, our wild assertions are turning out to be true.
I don't want to say we're the prophets of
2020? Quiz gone by.
Well, we'll see how the presidential bit goes that we've just done a whole thing about. Because it could all turn... Death only turns on a dime, famously. So you got the Cackling Hyenas. They're from Nantwich, which I think is in the Midlands.
That sounds like a fake place. I've never heard of it.
I've heard of... I remember someone having a go at me because of the way that it's pronounced. Is it Nantwich or is it Nan-Twitch?
As in...
And I think there's...
The twitch of an Ann. Or... Something doesn't make sense.
A witch called Nant.
Nantwich. I think it's kind of a mixture of both. Nantwich.
I don't think they say the T anyway in their accent.
Oh, Nanwich.
Nantwich.
Nantwich.
This is like Southampton and Southampton.
Ah.
How do you say that?
Southampton.
With a H.
Yeah, with a H.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Listeners,
if you say it with Southampton, keep it to your fucking self. So we've got the Cackling Hyenas, who they don't do that much cackling.
They do a lot of crying.
They're just so much fucking trauma.
Yeah.
So we've got Sam. They slide down a hill and they tell you their strengths.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love
Sam,
this.
I wrote down all of the strengths. Sam is the leader. She's good at mission planning, puzzle solving, and swimming.
She is very much the Cinderella to Alicia and Beth's stepsisters. She is the hero of the piece. Spoiler alert, when she was locked in that maze, I was so upset.
So Alicia comes in next.
Alicia. She
skills.
is the what was her fucking name in Raven? Who we
Orin.
hated. She's the Orin of the piece.
She's the absolute fucking Orin of the piece.
Yeah.
So her skills are animal tracking, diving, and acting. What use is that going to fucking come in when you're in the fucking jungle, Alicia? What's going on there?
A one-woman show to the jungle.
She's taken to the fridge.
Very well received, thank you.
And then we've got Beth, whose skills are survival, demolition, and athletics.
She's a bit of a cunt, isn't she? I didn't care for Beth.
I'll posit that Alicia's the biggest cunt of all, but we'll fucking get to it.
Yeah, they did a lot of zoom-ins where Beth looked like she had had quite enough of everything.
I think Beth had decided that she was the saboteur, even though that's the wrong show. She was like, so I'm going to be the saboteur. Yeah, they're like, no, that's CBBC.
If you could help us, that would be grand.
Michael Underwood is not in purple lipstick, so there's no whisper clips, Beth. Stop it. Stop it, Beth.
I bet he used a lip liner. You know,
Michael
he would.
Underwood, I bet he fucking would.
Yep.
He could line my lips with something. His own lips. He could kiss me. That's...
There we go.
Always come. So we've got the explanation of the...
Boo!
All right. Would you like to explain how the show works?
Oh, yeah, they do a lot of puzzles.
They have to collect monkey statues, and for a regular monkey statue, they get 10 seconds in the final Jungle King Temple stomach thing. And if they get the ruby one, they get 20 seconds. Oh,
yes.
Watch out for Sid and Elvis, the monkeys.
Yeah.
And they turned up on screen, and I was like, was I attracted to them as a child?
Oh, fuck's sake.
I mean, join the dots. All the people that I was attracted to as a child, it's highly likely.
Also, I won't have a go too much because they are clearly people in monkey suits.
Mm-hmm.
No effort has been made. They're just wandering around.
Well, they're doing lots of, like, the way that they're, like, carrying their weight and they're on their legs and their arms. I think they're doing quite well.
Okay.
These aren't some disgruntled interns. These people probably went to fucking RADA. Well, maybe Mount View. At the very least, East 15.
Is that some fun drama school shade?
Oh, yeah. I didn't get into any of them, so, like, c'est la vie.
Did you apply to drama school?
When I had a spare space on my UCAS, so I applied to Central. But, like, they don't take anyone who's fucking 18, because when you're 18, you're a cunt. And you're like, I know everything there is to know.
So what's changed?
How dare you? In the context of nostalgic film and TV, I know everything there is to know.
There we go.
Outside of that,
you know,
fuck all. Sweet fuck all.
Yeah, okay, I will bow to your expertise on nostalgic film and TV.
Thank you. And my lack of expertise in literally everything else.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, thank you. So they rush off very quickly. This is basically Crystal Maze.
Yeah, lots of running about, which is quite dangerous on a set.
This set is fucking massive. The budget jumped out. I swear to God. There's a whole maze in here. There's a river.
Yeah. Mad. A lake.
And there's a lake. There's crucially the old fort, which is a big fucking zip line.
Yes. And they have to go down and grab statues as they go down, which I think would be quite difficult.
I mean, I looked at it and thought it would be quite easy.
Okay.
They spent a lot of time holding on to, like, the little bit that's attached to the zip line, and I'm like, you are secured. They're not going to let a child die on this television
I'm just thinking, like, if I was, how old are they? Like 13?
Probably. Like,
yeah.
12,
I don't know.
Yeah, 11.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I'd had a great time because, like Like I say, I fucking love a zipline. You would have been too stressed because you don't like
cried.
Well, you'd have fit right in with the cackling hyenas.
I would have done. As predicted, Sam is great, Alicia is shite, Beth tried.
Well, Sam went down and got one statue, and I was like, that's a bit crap. Luckily, there's 2 more people to go. And the next 2 go down, I get 0.
That's a summary of this entire show. Sam doing all right, and the rest of them just like tripping over behind her.
So they have one statue. And Sid and Elvis laugh at them, and to be fair, so was I.
Yeah. And what's his name? Michael.
Yeah.
He's like, keep safe, girls, from those monkeys. And they're just sitting on a tiny hill. I'm like, oh, good thing the monkeys are defeated by a small slope. Otherwise they'd be goners, Michael.
The knoll! My one weakness. And then they run off very quickly again to Angel Falls.
Yes. Ooh. This is so pretty.
Well, angelic even.
Yes, quite. Yeah.
Which I definitely remember the name Angel Falls.
Welcome to the stage, Angel Falls.
And she just trips over.
That'd be so good.
And then she does I'm Still Standing, but she doesn't.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Yeah, so it's more rope swinging, basically.
Yeah, they're going to grab pots on vine.
Across this lake.
Yeah, they're going to swing across a lake and then grab a pot, which is an odd shape to grab. Like, there's no real grabbing place. And then bring it back and unhook it from a vine. And then at one point, Michael's like, it's not as easy as it looks. And I'm like, oh wow, because it looks fucking impossible, Michael. It's madness.
Michael, I don't think wants to be here. I mean, we'll get onto it later because there are some challenges where he's just like, please, just succeed. I just need this. Let this succeed, please.
There are a couple of times where I felt like he was about to sit them down and give them a proper talking to. He looks so disappointed.
And they're swinging around, and Sid and Elvis are throwing coconuts at them, but honestly, they needn't have bothered because these girls are shit enough without it.
Yeah. Again, I think Sam gets like 1. Beth maybe gets 1. Alicia just screams. I don't know.
Well, they get 3 baskets altogether.
Yes.
Out of like 12.
Yeah.
And they just, they take so long to swim back, and they're just like you have a time limit, bitch.
Yeah.
TikTok.
I'm like, I feel like it would be quicker if you just grabbed 1, swung back, and they keep trying to swing again. I'm like, no, steady yourself, pass the rope on.
Yeah.
Each one is trying to be the star of the show, and we know the star of the show is Sam, so stop it.
So they've got their 3 baskets, and they open them up to see what's inside. 2 of them are empty, and 1 of them has a statue in.
Yes.
So they've got 20 seconds.
20 seconds! Have you ever watched one of these episodes where they go in with like 30 seconds to do the whole thing?
I don't remember. I remember I remember some people doing really well.
Mm-hmm.
Like getting right to the back room of the cave at the end. It's a bit like a supermarket sweep, isn't it?
Yeah, a bit. But
I've seen people do shit on supermarket sweep.
I think the only time I've watched supermarket sweep is when you'd always put it on in Edinburgh along with Catchphrase.
Challenge the TV channel. I spend a lot of time in some Travelodges, listeners, and that's Channel 46 on the Travelodge TV.
Mm-hmm.
Challenge. Supermarket sweep in the mornings. Love it. Love it. R.I.P. Dale. R.I.P.
Anyway.
Moment of silence for Dale. Okay, that's enough. So they rush off to the Fort Maze, which is huge.
Yeah, and it is the scene of the crime.
The stakes are upped. The narrative takes a fucking turn and a half.
Yeah.
Jesus.
This has the ups and downs of like an Oscar-nominated film. It is shock after shock.
I'm surprised this was like even a daytime Emmy.
Yeah.
International. Honestly, they have a minute and a half. Sam's going in the maze, and they're going up top to watch and guide her.
And I was like, oh, fuck. Alicia and Beth are in charge.
And the doors keep shifting and, like, some creepy hands...
Yeah, they have to direct her. They have to be like, turn right, turn left. But I feel like they're just yelling, no, go back, do this, fuck off. It's very frazzled.
They're doing it like they're looking at like a 2D thing, and they're like, go up. And I'm like, no, you need to tell her left or right or forwards. Like, don't go up, because she doesn't know what up is. Based on where you are standing, you stupid pricks.
Yeah. My absolute favourite moment comes from... the moment where Sam turns a corner and clearly there's some interns with their hands poking through and painted gold. And, like, they're waggling around trying to touch her. And as she runs past, she does it again in a second, she full-on thwacks one of the interns. She's like, get out of it! It's amazing.
I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
When the adrenaline takes over you, you're like, no, none of this fucking creepy shit.
Yes. Just again at the very end, she's like, oh, fuck this. It's amazing.
She grabs lots of monkey statues, and then she grabs, crucially, the ruby statue. 20-second one. Yeah. But oh fucking no, Michael's like, lads, listen, you've got 20 seconds, get her the fuck out of there. And she's like, and then Alicia and Beth are like, go west. And she's like, what is this?
It's awful. And also, like...
As the crow flies.
There's like a clear route out, but they keep getting confused because there's a door that's going open and closed from time to time. We have like 30 seconds to get out. So all she needs to do is wait by the door, wait for it to open, clear way through. But they're like, oh my god, left, up, down, side to side, do the hokey cokey, just do anything. And she's like, I have no idea what's going on. Bless her heart.
Michael's like, the door will open. Yes. And they're like, pop it, lock it, polka dot it.
Yeah. Literally. He's so disappointed in them. He's like telling them exactly, like, just get her to the door. Please, for me, for my sanity. And yet.
But, alas, they run out of time and the door shuts and she's trapped.
And she is
Michael
pissed off.
She's like, fuck, I fucked it, everyone. Oh my god. Michael says...
He poses the question.
Sam's fate lies in the hands of her teammates.
Yeah.
What are they going to do? Find out after the break. And I think it's a very nice, perfect moment for us to take a very, very quick, very brief, little tiny, jungly break.
While we're on our break, let's take a moment to talk about Patreon.
Yes, let's. Patreon is a great platform where you can support our independent queer podcast. You get lots of bonus extra things from signing up. You get snacks, postcards, badges, the ability to vote on things that we review. It's all very exciting.
We'd like to take a moment to thank our TRACY tier.
That's Cole Scahill,
Lia Maro,
Laura Kenny,
Ed Colley,
Alex is Simp,
and nothing is certain except Beth and taxes.
So if you'd like to join these fabulous people and sign up to our Patreon from just £1 a month, please visit patreon.com/queers.
That's patreon.com/QUEERS. And we're back after the break.
Oh, I can't wait to find out what Michael says and what the team decides.
Drama.
So they can either sacrifice all of their time and whatever Sam's picked up in the maze to get her out.
Yeah.
Or they could just leave her. Michael goes, do you want to check with Sam? And the camera cuts to Sam leaning against the door and she softly goes, leave me.
She's clearly not the actress of the group, is she?
That's not one of her special skills. Mission planning, puzzle solving, swimming. No acting there.
She's like, they're like, you won't be mad, will you? And she's like, no.
It's all fine.
I'm totally okay.
If you hadn't told me to jump to the left and step to the right, put my hands on my fucking hips, bring my knees in tight, you bunch of bastards.
I won't be getting that fucking super soaker. I have a lot to say about the super soaker.
I cannot wait to hear it. She's like, leave me. So they do.
Yeah.
I'm like, Sam, where was your puzzle solving in that? That was one of your special skills.
Yes,
this was a puzzle.
It should have been.
She should have.
Beth.
Athletics.
Who is there for athletics. Yeah.
And if not, she could have just demolished the wall because her skill was demolition.
Who was there for
and
tactics?
Survival. She wouldn't have been trapped.
Awful.
Sam was not good at mission planning. Sam failed.
Yeah.
Sam was the villain of the piece all along. I'm going
She
to
was
counter
not.
your argument.
You leave Sam out of this. Sam is the Cinderella.
Well, so do they. That's what they
else.
do. They leave Sam out of this and fuck off to the Lost Cave.
Yeah.
Where they see the
two-headed Aztec serpent.
Coatl?
Coatl, yeah.
Coatl.
I just read a book about that.
Oh. Is that in regards to your PhD?
No.
Okay, because I was like, how does that work out with Weimar birthrights?
It was a self-help Aztec book. I didn't read it by choice. It was awful.
Why did you read it then? Were you have a gun to your head?
No, I have a job.
Kidnapped?
You know about my job.
Oh, I see. I
check books.
I see. Did you look? Is it like Snake Eats Tail? That kind of shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
everyone is really a two-headed serpent.
It was very like the two-headed serpent represents the 18th sun, which is when we'll all find peace in the universe. I was like, ugh.
I hate that. Although, two-headed serpent, where have we seen her before? Sorry, them before?
A series of
unfortunate events. Bitch! Non-binary queen.
Uncle Monty jumped out. So yes, their task is to fucking straddle the serpent and swish themselves along while grasping at little pots.
It's a retooling of Angel Falls, let's be honest.
Yeah.
On a big log.
My favourite moment, I don't know if you noticed, because I think Beth goes first, and it was the first fall of the scene. And she full on face plants into the dusty ground, and I was like, yes, bitch, get her!
I wrote that down. I was like, you fucking pathetic piece of shit, Beth. But she does get a basket. She grabs a basket. They actually do all right. Maybe Sam was holding them back.
I don't believe it. I shan't.
This is the one where Michael is like, please, be better. Go on.
Yeah, and with that encouragement, they'd be better.
They get 4 statues, which is pretty alright.
It is.
And they're like, Michael's like, you all did so well. And Alicia goes, well, we did it for Sam, really. And I'm like, that's the acting I was expecting, Alicia. You left her in the dust.
I was like,
you don't give a shit.
Lie.
Michael's like, that's so noble. And I'm like, she's got you. She got you with her acting.
Yeah. This whole show, I've never felt more like Miss Trunchbull. I was not having these children whatsoever.
Children are maggots.
Mm-hmm.
Children are faggots. No, it's different.
I mean, that's the thesis of our podcast.
Children are faggots. I'm going to do a PhD about that.
We can't really put it on a t-shirt, can we?
Although, listeners, if you want a Children Are Faggots t-shirt...
You can make your fucking own.
Get a pen.
Yeah.
Go to Primark.
Yeah. Imagine if we sold those. Fuck. Okay. Right,
we could charge a mint for those. They run away to the final challenge, which is the Dark Swamp, yes. So they've got to kind of like... Alicia's got to scale a wall while Beth jabs a plank through a hole.
It's not really scaling a wall, it's walking.
I think I would struggle with this. I don't have great balance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a good core.
And Michael repeatedly tells us that the plank is very heavy. I could do the plank, the lifting of the plank. I'm good at heavy things. I work with lots of nuts. Big bag of nut sacks. I work 25 kilogram nut sacks. I work in a zero waste shop where like people buy packaging free cashews and shit.
I see.
So I work with a lot of heavy nut sacks.
Okay. I tend to avoid the nut sacks, so I am quite weak.
You'd be scaling the wall and I'd be jamming the plank through.
Yes.
Good
lord.
normal Saturday night for us.
Very much so. Right.
And they do actually, again, quite well. Again, I think Sam was holding them back. Leave her behind.
Beth is bossy as fuck, though. She's been like, are you through yet? Are you doing it? Come on. Chop, chop.
Poor Beth. Do you think Beth's the villain?
Well, I was going to ask you this. Who is the villain of the piece for you?
Alicia.
Yeah, it is Alicia.
Fully Alicia.
This is what I said at the beginning. I think Sam is the unfortunate soul, and the other two, they're the eels. Sorry. Did that... Are those mixed metaphors?
I got you.
Okay.
Alicia's the saboteur. They get 3 statues out of 4 possible ones, which is fair enough. And they have plenty of time to spare, which is very sensible, very queer.
Fussy queer.
Fussy, but it's very me.
Yeah. It's a little bit me.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It's more me. I'm like, it will take me 5 minutes to walk down my stairs and put my shoes on and leave the house.
Oh my god, does it not stress you out when someone's like, oh yeah, it's like 20 minutes on the tube, so we'll leave at 22, and it's like, but you need to walk to the tube, and then you need to walk to the place after you get there. What the hell are you doing?
And then you need to stand there for 10 minutes thinking about how you could have left earlier, but didn't.
You will be leaving at past at the latest.
At the very latest.
Yeah, and that's pushing it.
I'll round it back to 25 past, thank you, madam.
Yes, tag yourself. You're the 25, I'm the 30. Some other cunt's the 20.
Actually, my heart has gone a little bit faster thinking about being late for things. I won't lie to you.
Yeah. Terrifying.
And the anxiety has not gone away, dissipated, because we are right at the Temple of the Jungle King.
I was very disappointed to find we don't meet the Jungle King.
Well, you see a little fat man. I think that's him.
Isn't he a monkey?
Plus size queen. Oh, the Jungle King could be a monkey.
I thought it was doing like Jungle Book.
Like King Louis?
Yeah.
Christopher Walken.
Hey!
Hey,
I'm a monkey.
Get in my open belly cave, please. And you can have a super soaker.
Now I'm the king.
I have never purported to do a Christopher Walken accent. And I will not apologise for what I just did.
I think I'm going to get better.
I want to do a Pee Wee Herman.
I can do an impression of Eddie Izzard doing an impression of Christopher Walken doing Hamlet, which is to be or not to be. That is a question.
That's layers. You contain multitudes.
I do.
I'm currently training myself to do the splits with an app.
Are you? Are you going to be is it called? Is there a name for queens who just do splits all the time? Lazy? No.
Talentless.
No, I'm so often like I don't. If you okay, I will say I am so entertained by anything like acrobatic that people can do. So if you can do splits, death drops, whatever, I love it. I do not understand why people, drag queens, some of them, insist on doing it not in time with the music or not at the drop.
I hate that.
Why do they insist on just doing it like, I don't know, like Thank You Next will start and they'll be like, I'm in love with Joe, boom! No! It's to work up to it! I don't know why I went with Ariana Grande, but you know what I mean?
I get you. I'm very much like, in theory, I'll be like, my favourite fucking drag is like cabaret, like drag that's like people singing, telling stories that have like a connection with them. But like in person, if someone turns up in like a boohoo bodysuit and does a dip, I'll be like, fucking hell, yes! That's drag!
Yeah. I'll be like, they're doing art! I love it. I'm so easily entertained. But do it at the right point. As if I could. Anyway.
I mean, when it gets down to it, I've had a gin down me. I'm like, I'll watch it whenever. I like mid having a chat with the audience.
Yeah.
Like, what's your name? Where'd you come from? Bam! I'm Gary from Plymouth, and you're already like, boom! Your legs are behind your head.
And what?
We're gonna take a quick 10-minute break. Like, refill your drinks, have a wee, have a poo, bam!
And then you just swiffer off the stage. Oh my god.
Come on stage during someone else's number and just split. I do not mind a poorly timed split.
Turns out. Whereas I'll actively boo if you do that. I'll throw things like I'm Sid and Eric. Sid? No.
Elvis.
That's it.
Who's Morris? So they put the statues in the altar.
Yes.
To get the time ready. And Michael tells us that we're going to climb through the belly of this Jungle King man, and we'll go to the 4 different rooms that are like further away from each other, which all have puzzles inside and a different monkey idol. Remember, listeners, the monkey idol in the rooms.
Yes, there's a stone, there's a bronze, there's a silver, there's a gold. Spoiler alert, it does not go well.
They do not get the gold. And I think Alicia goes, we're going to do it for Sam. You're going to do it for your fucking self, Alicia. We all know it. You know it. The monkeys fucking know it.
The lady doth protest too much. You keep saying it. I don't believe it.
If only we hadn't accidentally trapped Sam in that maze with those creepy grabby hands. Oh.
She would leave you on a night out, this girl. Guarantee it.
If only Sam, only 3 weeks ago in maths, hadn't stolen my pencil case and spilt ink cartridges all over it.
Yeah.
If only she'd given me back the fine liner I borrowed.
Mm-hmm.
This is petty revenge that Alicia's taken out on all of these cunts who wronged her stationery-wise.
You know that these girls are not leaving Friends.
Well,
there is no way. They had to be put in separate dressing rooms after this. They got scrappy, I guarantee it.
Sam's mum was going to come and pick them all up after and take them
out. And she's a fighty
Sam got
drunk.
in the car and she was like, locked. Lock them out. She's like, yeah, we're leaving at 5:02, and they leave at 1:45. And Beth and Alicia were there like, we are in Cardiff in a studio, and we live in Nantwich. Nantwich. We're going to have to get 3 coaches. If only we hadn't fucked Sam over.
Okay, I love Sam's mum in this story.
I'll be playing Sam's mum in the...
If I ever have children, I will be that mum. If you wrong my child, I am leaving you at the leisure centre. I am not going to be a leisure centre mum. Fuck that. No, sorry.
Left at the leisure centre, the Caitlin Powell story. The Hallmark TV movie of your life.
Like the Roxy Andrews left at the bus stop, but a lot more tragic.
But in the Midlands.
So a lot more tragic.
So they go to the first room, which is another fucking maze, and I'm like, well, they're dead.
Yeah.
Like, don't give them another fucking maze.
They spend fannying about with this fucking maze. It's not an actual maze, it's the one you tilt to get a ball in.
Like, clearly you never stuck your hand in a packet of cornflakes looking for the free prize.
Okay. What a reference.
You know when you... Like,
yeah, I know.
Like a box of cereal. I don't think they do prizes anymore in cereal.
I don't think they do. Well, then you're not supposed to encourage sugary cereals, are you?
Oh, and like plastic and shit, yeah.
Yeah, you encourage gambling, though.
Sometimes there's books, like little flimsy paperback books, I think.
Oh.
And you know, whenever you'd go for a Happy Meal and it would be a book, and you'd be like, thanks, but like, I want a piece of plastic that's not going to biodegrade, that looks like Aslan from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
Or my favourite Happy Meal toy, I'm going there. When I went to see The Incredibles with my friend Harry at the age of like 8, the cinema had a power cut and I didn't see the end of the film for about 3 years. But we went to McDonald's beforehand. I got a plastic violet from The Incredibles that you put on a little stand that had like a purple kind of like a ring around, and you pushed a button and the ring span round really, really quickly and looked like a fucking force field.
That's amazing.
Bitch.
To clarify, when I said gambling, I didn't mean Kellogg's are encouraging kids to gamble. I've just watched a video about gambling in video games, so that's where I was coming from. Don't sue me.
When the fun stops,
Kellogg's.
stop.
Mr. Kellogg, who funded eugenics.
What?
Watch Philosophy
Was that in your
Tube,
fucking
great.
Two-Headed Serpent book?
Huh?
Was that in your fucking Two-Headed Serpent book?
No, it was on Philosophy Tube. He's great. Would recommend.
Well, that sounds very exciting.
He's like the ContraPoints, but British and bi? Wait, is ContraPoints bi?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know ContraPoints?
No, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh my god, she's amazing. She's a YouTuber. She does these beautiful... I'll send you some. Listeners, if you know, you know. She's fab, as is Philosophy Tube. They do like really beautiful
YouTube channel
videos.
I know is Quiz Gone By.
And also that one where they rank top 10 best blue dresses in history. You know that one?
I do.
I think it's called Modern Girls with a Z.
Good. That feels modern. That doesn't feel like the early noughties at all.
No.
But they get their ball in the maze and they get it into this like goblin mouth or whatever.
Yeah.
And the door opens to the bronze room, which they run in, and it's the easiest jigsaw ever.
Oh my god, there's literally
the lines are on the table, and they're all differently shaped pieces, and they're all edge pieces. It's like it's like a children's like wooden jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah.
And yet,
I mean, they are children.
This
so
is like a toddler's jigsaw.
Yeah, it's not good. They do struggle.
I remember, like, every team struggled with this one, and I'm like, how?
How?
Oh, because you're all thick as shit, that's why. Yeah. I see. I understand. And they waste a lot of time just, like, they put the jigsaw in, they just stand there looking at it, and Michael's like, press the button! I'm like, all right, sugar babes.
Michael is not happy at this point. He's had quite enough.
So they push the button, and they go into the third room, which, oh no, is maths! It's maths! My one weakness!
What was the challenge here? I just saw a ball with 14 written on it, and then they said out loud, 15! And I was like, oh, they fucked it. They fucked it. They can't read the number on the ball.
They had, it was like an abacus, and it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got different. It's got numbers. I think maybe I was just in my head adding them up because this makes sense. And whatever the numbers do, they add up to 29.
Right.
I think. Well, I just said added up to 28, but and then so one of the balls says 14, one of the sides says 15, and they have to slide them across to add up one side to 14 and one side to 15.
Okay.
So they've got a series of numbers that add up to 29.
Yeah. Yes.
And they're on a slidey little thing.
Yeah.
And they have to put them... There's a way that they can arrange them so that one half will add up to 14 and one half will add up to 15.
Where does 15 come from?
14 and 15 is 29.
The number on the ball said 14.
And there was another ball that said 15.
Where?
On the other side of the
before,
abacus.
I'll wager.
I do know what you mean, because they said it. They looked at it and went 15, and I was like, "That's 14." But I think it's like because they've got camera people chasing them and like being like, "Fucking hell, we got to follow these stupid cunts."
Well,
and
then, the balls stay where they are. You could get a shot later. But okay, I won't critique.
I think they're live editing it, like in Supermarket Sweep. There's all very quick snapping, and there's like someone live commenting.
Live?
It wasn't like live broadcast. I just don't think they were like.
They were just lazy, okay.
They spent all the money on the set. They weren't like, go back and get a shot of this ball.
Who amongst us?
But Michael's like, TikTok, bitches. The time's about to run out. So he's like, come back, yeah? And then
Oh my god.
This all happened so quickly.
Yeah. I have my head
running.
in my hands.
Alicia starts running. She grabs the stone monkey from the stone room. To redeem it for a prize later on. Yeah. Beth runs out through the room, grabs the bronze monkey, is like, oh shit, no, I shouldn't have this. Puts it back.
Alicia is like, no, don't.
Alicia's like, get the bronze monkey because we've earned it by doing our jigsaw.
Oh, okay.
And Beth's like, oh shit, this is the silver one.
So Alicia really takes the fall when she was trying to solve the situation.
Yeah, and then Michael's like, no, you get the bronze monkey, go back and get it.
Yeah.
Maybe Michael's the villain of the piece.
No, he's trying to help them.
He is, and then what happens at the end? I feel so bad for Michael at the end. Beth runs back to get the bronze monkey, and then the seconds run out, and she's about to get there, and the belly closes.
Yeah.
And she's trapped.
And Alicia goes, "My time has come," and she starts weeping. Like, you listeners, you have to watch it. It is incredibly awkward. She says, I didn't know where it was. I got so confused with all the gravitas. The gravitas of an actress's triumphant return to Broadway. She's doing Medea. She is so into this moment.
You know how I said that drama schools don't tend to take people 18 or under?
They take Alicia.
They made an exception, yeah.
This bitch. Because she's not actually crying. Her hand is like over her face.
She's like, a boo-hoo-hoo, a boo-hoo, a boo-hoo-hoo.
But so intensely, and so like... Oh, it's awful. I love it.
And Michael, I think might be a parent now, certainly was not when this was filmed. Michael's like, you're right. You're right.
There.
What? And he goes up to the belly of the joke, like in fucking Doctor Who when Rose gets trapped between the wall.
Yes.
David Tennant's there like, hello. He's like, you're right, Beth. What happened there then? And Beth's like, I got confused about bronze and silver.
Yeah.
And Beth goes, do we have no prizes now? And Michael goes, well, no, you don't. No, unfortunately.
But your friend here.
No. And then it's kind of like, well, Alicia, you know when was it Steve Harvey announced the wrong Miss Universe or Miss World?
Yes. Or whatever. Yeah.
And I like when La La Moonlight is kind of like, well,
oh no,
everything's awful, but you still get the prize.
Yeah. Really
like in Come Dine With Me when he had that meltdown, and they're like, well done, Jane. Anyway.
Yeah. And she's still sobbing. This reminds me so much about. Have I told the story before about my supervisor in first year when I got really upset?
I don't know.
Okay, so at the end of first year, I was getting really stressed. I went to my supervisor meeting, and she kept asking me questions about why I'd missed a seminar or something, and I just got really upset, and it was very stressful. And she went, oh no, because she's this like posh Renaissance. she doesn't know how to talk to people. She was like, oh no, would you like a hug? And I said, no, thank you. And she said, good, because I'm not allowed to touch you. And then I was telling this story to a friend who's a PhD student, and he was like, that's not true. They can fully give you a hug. So she just didn't want to give me a hug. Or she'd been expressly banned from being hugs. No, being hugs? Giving hugs.
Maybe.
Which is worse.
But that energy, Michael is bringing that here.
Exactly.
He's like almost going to give her like a little pat on the shoulder, but he's like no, we will maintain a distance.
I would if I could, but I don't want to, so I shan't.
And he's like, well, we better fucking see what you want with your stone monkey, shall we? Oh.
Yeah. And then he literally says, you get an exclusive Jungle Run monkey and a super soaker. But that might not be any consolation for losing your two teammates. It's like, no, I don't suppose it would be, Michael. Probably not.
It's not just any super soaker, it's a backpack-fueled water weapon.
I'm sorry.
And I'm like, imagine how wet you could get your friends.
I'm like, imagine if for every bereavement you got a super soaker.
Just at the funeral, like, instead of like a damp sandwich. That's my gender. Damp sandwich.
Oh my god.
Oh, and it's such an anticlimax.
I love it. Can we discuss the final shot? I mean, the final shot is like Michael talking, but like I don't know if I've seen anything funnier than a girl who knows she's leaving the set completely friendless, looking lovely at an underpaid actor surrounded by a stuffed monkey and super soakers. It is exquisite television.
Where was the Emmy? Where was the Emmy?
The shot. She's so upset. She's so upset. Oh, sorry, I'm ranting now. But my favourite thing, you messaged me about the comments on the YouTube videos. Yeah?
Yeah.
All the comments are like, I feel so sorry for Sam. Sam got abandoned. Sam. There's one comment that's like, I feel sorry for the other one. Not Beth, the other one. Sorry, I've gone off on one.
I don't feel sorry for Beth, actually. I'm sorry. No, because she doesn't know what a precious metals look like.
A what?
She doesn't know she can't differentiate between precious metals.
Yeah.
Straight.
About. Oh yeah, are these kids straight?
Well, I think it's high camp, certainly.
Yeah.
Like, just, this whole...
scenario, yeah.
Like, that. It's so good. It's.
They are really committing to a bit.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah.
The stakes are very high. They take it very seriously, which I like. That
at the end, it's like they've died. It is so intense.
Well, it's kind of like I do remember thinking as a child, being like, "These children are trapped here forever.
Aww.
She's gonna die in that belly."
Good.
Then perish. But they never, when they opened it up again in the next episode, they never saw like a husk of Beth being like, "Please, kill me."
Oh my god. The monkey's got her, that's why.
Maybe. In terms of queerness, I'm unsure.
I don't think it's queer.
It's quite queer to leave dead wood behind.
It is. Well, it's our
bit Grace and Perry
brand of
there,
queer.
isn't it?
I don't think it's like Tumblr, Instagram, Twitter queer.
Oh,
it's
no,
whatever
it's like
we are.
Petty, savage queer.
Yeah. Petty saboteurs.
Did you see that Grace and Perry thing?
Oh, yeah. Did you actually read the article?
No. Me?
Okay. The headline
Context.
was very misleading. He wasn't actually saying cut off all dead wood in the arts. But I know the headline.
It was like, like luckily the good thing about the pandemic is that the dead wood of the art world has been left behind. And I was like, well, Grayson, we've been releasing a podcast episode every week, so that's categorically untrue. Sometimes 2 a week, Grayson.
Yeah, when he talks about the rest of the art world, it's us. Grayson Perry and us. Maybe Jeff Koons if he gets his act together.
Suddenly the Koons is me.
Suddenly that Koons is me.
When I was young, I never needed anyone. Making love was just for fun. Those days are gone.
Yeah.
When I first heard that song, Applause.
Yeah.
When was it? Like 2013, 2012?
I think it's 2013.
And I was like...
Wait, it's been 7 years today since Art Pop was released.
2013?
Yeah, it's 2013.
And I was like, listening to it, like, what's a coonts? Is she just saying cunts weird?
Yes, that's what she's doing.
Because I'm not an art bitch. And I won't lie to you, Caitlin, it was only during Quiz Gone By that I put 2 and 2 together and realised that she was talking about coots.
Yeah. Also, he's a bit of an arsehole, so I don't know why she's... But then again, she did a book with Terry Richardson, so... We all make mistakes, don't we?
What's Grace and Perry's alter ego called?
Claire?
Oh,
no.
yeah, it was Alice, and I was going to do a no thank you, Alice. I think it is Claire.
My name is
Which is like
It's Claire.
No offence to any Claires listening. But, like... People give me a weird look when they realise that I've chosen Kate as a drag name It's like calling yourself Jane. I'm like, you had your pick of anything. And you've got with Claire.
I don't understand why no offence, because I know there definitely are undoubtedly many listening. Kate's, Laura's, Lauren's. Why would you go with those names? Do we need to cut this?
Shout out to our Patreon subscriber, Laura Kenny, who gets a bonus shout out for Caitlin's absolutely abhorrent Katie Hopkins.
I'm just saying. There's lots of names in the world.
If you are able to choose a name, choose a fabulous name.
Yeah.
Speaking as someone who chose a fairly bland name.
There's nothing wrong with the name Lauren, Laura, whatever. I just don't understand why it would be like the one, unless it's a family name.
If you're choosing a name, call yourself Angel Falls and just have
and
vertigo
be done
the whole
with
time.
it.
Do exclusively I'm Still Standing.
Yes.
And that's it. That's your lot. On that note, apologies to anybody listening who has a name that has been listed above.
Have I finally gone too far?
I mean... I think suggesting that we get children are faggots printed on a t-shirt, that was borderline.
Yeah, I want to say, I don't have a problem with the names, I just don't get why it would be the one that springs to mind if you're naming a sprog.
Oh, I'm just thinking if you're naming yourself.
Oh, okay.
Name your children whatever you want, but if you're going to choose like a drag name or like an alter ego name.
Yeah.
Speaking as someone who chose Kate.
But yours is a pun.
To be fair, it's a pun. Choose a name that's a pun. What's Claire?
Clairvoyant.
Claire Deloon.
What's that?
Claire is Debussy.
What?
Who's educated now?
Didn't you just say Deloon?
Claire Deloon. Claire Deloon. Which means by the light of the moon in French.
Oh,
and there's a
okay.
Debussy piece. I listen to Classic FM when I'm in a car with my dad and I have no other choice because that's the only station he listens to. Usually it's Magic at the Musicals. Claire. I had another one. Claire. I'll think of it. When I've thought of it, I'm going to bloody tweet it.
Okay.
Claire.
I like Voyant.
Claire Saccessories. Or just Claire Accessories. I love
Claire
that.
Accessories, yeah. Claire.
Also, well, I mean, if we're going with Laura, shout out to our Patreon, Laura Kenny. Laura Norder.
Law and Order.
Yeah. Laura Turney.
Laura Turney.
Who I think I actually met someone called Laura Turney.
Oh.
And I was like, that's hilarious. And she was like, what does that mean? I was like...
Oh no, she must have had that in her life.
She's never going to fucking law school, is she? She can't do that simple pun.
Yeah.
If you can think of any good Claire drag names, listeners, do send them to us at Queers Gone By on Twitter and Instagram. I am at Kate Butch 1. Please don't send me any hate for the opinions expressed in this programme.
I'm at Caitlin Powell on Instagram and at Caitlin PWLL on Twitter. You can if you want. I probably won't read them.
If you would like to subscribe to our Patreon, which we have no bias depending on what your name is that you sign up. Please, Laura Caddy, do not delete your pledge.
Do I need to clarify again? No problem with the names. I just don't.
I've just got into my knitting and I need money to buy yarn. So, please. If you would like to specify in your pledge, do not give any of this money to Caitlin. I'll gladly take all of it. I will not go
You will not!
If anybody wants to do that is patreon.com/queers. Get yourselves over there.
Yeah. Rate, review, subscribe.
Please don't leave a review if your name has been mentioned today. If you were on Jungle Run or know somebody who was, do let us know. We're always keen to find out. If you know someone who went on Jungle Run and got trapped, we're sorry for your loss.
Love it.
Hopefully you got a super soaker at their funeral.
Yes.
We shall see you next week. We already know what we're reviewing. If you can't remember, go back and listen to A Series of Unfortunate Events, because we do spill the sea.
I'm so excited.
Spill the sea!
Spill the sea! Oh, love it.
On what we're reviewing next week. Very exciting.
Fish. I can't wait to hear if that is actually the theme tune or if I've just made it up.
I mean, I'm thrilled. I can't wait. So yeah, make sure you're subscribing, following, all of those kind of things, and you'll be informed when we get it. If you want to hear it early, go to that patreon.com/queers.
Yeah.
And we shall see you the next time we see you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Sorry.
Have I fucked up?